Confirmed. Liverpool lineup versus Brentford as Arne Slot springs striker surprise. Liverpool will be in Premier League action this afternoon, taking on Brentford at the G-Tech Community Stadium at 3 p.m. The Reds are still searching for their first top-flight win of 2025, having drawn with both Manchester United and Nottingham Forest. It's been a challenging run for Arne Slot's side, who remain at the top of the Premier League but are in desperate need of securing all 3 points. However, they face a tough challenge against Brentford, a team who have only lost twice at home all season and boast the highest goal tally at home in the league. Liverpool's starting lineup versus Brentford. No team has scored more away goals than Liverpool, with Mohamed Salah leading the charge in the scoring department. Ahead of the match, Liverpool has faced some attacking concerns, with Slot revealing that Diogo Jota has picked up another injury setback. Fortunately, other injury issues within the squad are easing, with only Joe Gomez absent due to injury. Here's how Liverpool will line up for the match in West London this afternoon. In goal, Alisson Becker. At right back, Trent Alexander-Arnold. In central defense, Ibrahima Konate and Virgil van Dijk. At left back, Kostas Tsimikas replaces Andy Robertson. In midfield, Liverpool are at full strength with Ryan Gravenberch, Alexis Mac Allister, and Dominic Szoboszlai. Up front, it will be Mo Salah, Cody Gakpo, and Luis Diaz. Despite reports of illness, Diaz is preferred to Darwin Núñez at center forward. 4-3-3. Formation: Alisson, Alexander-Arnold, Konate, Van Dijk, Tsimikas, Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, Mac Allister, Salah, Gakpo, Diaz. Liverpool's depth in attack. Liverpool's attacking depth is a dream come true. Cody Gakpo and Luis Diaz dominate the left wing, with Diogo Jota and Darwin Núñez as the primary striker options. Mohamed Salah is supported by Federico Chiesa on the right wing, and several midfield players can also be rotated into forward positions. As a result, 19-year-old Jadon Danns, who recently impressed with the first team after progressing from the academy, is finding it hard to secure consistent playing time under Arne Slot. To earn regular minutes, it seems likely that Danns will need to find a club on loan for the remainder of the season, and with more championship sides showing interest, his options are increasing. New clubs enter the race for Danns. Stoke City had already shown interest in a short-term deal, possibly setting up a reunion between Danns and fellow Liverpool Academy loanee Lewis Kumas. The two had previously formed a dynamic attacking duo in Liverpool's youth setup, and the Reds could benefit from their developing chemistry next season. However, according to Football League World, several other championship clubs have entered the race for Danns. Hull City, Preston North End, Blackburn Rovers, and Oxford United are all reportedly interested, which would require Liverpool to approve a loan move this winter. Additionally, Plymouth Argyle and Cardiff City are said to have inquired about his availability. Slot is still weighing the best option for the young talent, as Liverpool has no shortage of attacking flair, although Jota's injury-prone nature and Núñez's struggles this season leave room for consideration. Ultimately, Danns will likely seek regular playing time, and with more clubs showing interest, the decision on a loan move will ultimately rest with him and Slot. Liverpool's pursuit of a January target. This January, Liverpool's focus has primarily been on potential player departures and the contract situations of key figures like Trent Alexander-Arnold, Mohamed Salah, and Virgil van Dijk. While the club may not make any immediate signings, there is still some talk of potential moves for next season, similar to how they secured Georgi Mamardashvili over the summer. Richard Hughes, the sporting director, is known for his opportunistic approach in the transfer market, and despite missing out on big-name forwards like Omar Marmoush and Kvicha Kvaratskhelia, another target has emerged who could be available for a lower price. Rayan Cherki, a potential target. Rayan Cherki, a standout player for Lyon, has been highly praised for his technical ability and style on the ball since his youth days. Now 21, Cherki still has plenty of potential ahead of him. He is capable of playing on the wings or as an attacking midfielder, offering versatile options in attack. Lyon is facing financial difficulties, and Cherki recently signed a new contract to help the club raise funds in case of a fire sale. Recent reports suggest that Cherki has a verbal agreement with Lyon to leave for a fee of $22.5 million, 19 non-Wusses, with clubs like Bayern Munich, Borussia Dortmund, and Bayer Leverkusen showing interest. Liverpool had previously been linked with the talented forward, and after missing out on other targets, a deal for Turkey could maul as 77 as player Tottenham targeted is now undergoing medical at another club. Tottenham's recent performance has been disappointing, following a loss in the North London Derby on Wednesday, just days after a frustrating 0-0 draw against Tamworth in the FA Cup. Adding to their struggles, Spurs have been struggling in the transfer market. Randall Kolo Muani, a player Tottenham had targeted this month, was offered a deal, with L'Equipe reporting that Spurs made a bid for him. Tottenham came close to securing Kolo Muani's signature, but despite their best efforts, the striker is now on the move to another club. Kolo Muani set to join Juventus. Reports indicate that Kolo Muani is now set to join Juventus, with the deal nearing completion. According to journalist Alfredo Padula, Kolo Muani is undergoing his medical with Juventus on Thursday. Padula even shared a video of the 77 striker arriving at Juventus for his medical tests. Spurs will now have to reconsider their attacking options as they look to secure a new striker. Tottenham still has a few other targets in mind, but it remains unclear if they will be able to land any of these players. Tottenham struggles in the transfer market. This setback is not the first time Tottenham has missed out on a transfer target in January. In recent years, the club has seen several deals fall through. Luis Diaz was initially set to join Spurs, but instead, he moved to Liverpool. Last January, Tottenham sought Conor Gallagher but failed to close the deal. Additionally, a move for Antonio Nusa also collapsed at the last minute. Tottenham has had little luck with their January transfer pursuits, and Kolo Muani adds to the long list of winter targets that have slipped away. With Spurs currently sitting 13th in the Premier League, they urgently need reinforcements to salvage their season. Tottenham eyeing new attacker amid defensive concerns. While many Tottenham fans feel that Ange Postecoglou's priority should be reinforcing the defense, reports from Spain suggest that the club is more focused on adding another attacker in this window. Against Arsenal, Pedro Porro was the only available starting defender, and while he is capable of moving forward, his defensive duties were compromised. The rest of the defense, including Archie Gray and Jed Spence, had limited options. Spurs are hoping to have Christian Romero, Mickey van de Ven, and Destiny Udogie back soon, but Postecoglou may still need some additional defensive reinforcements. Tottenham interested in Barcelona's Ansu Fati. According to Sport, Tottenham has rekindled its interest in Barcelona winger Ansu Fati. The 22-year-old was linked with Spurs before opting for a loan move to Brighton and Hove Albion last season. Fati had previously thought he was joining Tottenham before choosing Brighton, where his loan spell was disappointing. Despite being touted as a prodigy at Barcelona, Fati has struggled with injuries which have hindered his progress,